it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This is the show where I bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today. So we got a lot to unpack, so sit back and relax as I bring you these gaming facts. And first, for the appetizers. I don't know if you know who Noah Cyrus is. I'm not sure. Might be related to Miley Cyrus. But this is an artist who makes music, and credit to her, she actually made her latest music video Inside Dreams. Yes, I said it. Dreams is just straight up killing it. I don't even know what to say, because I wouldn't even know what to do with all of the creation tools, but to go in there and experience some of the basically just dreams that everybody put together, it's amazing. So I'm gonna eventually get in there, and I might even post some of the stuff that I've seen. But this stuff is awesome. They created a whole music video. Somebody sat down, created it, and put it all together. That is awesome, and I absolutely love it. And I actually got some more of Dreams coming up later in the video. So now, Ubisoft has canceled. They had canceled. Now it didn't come to surface or anything. I don't think we really knew. It was under development under the code name as Avalon. But there was a King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table style game in the works of Ubisoft some years ago, but they canceled it because it was around a rough time for Ubisoft Quebec, and they feel like they were wasting a lot of really talented people on a game that just really wasn't showing any promise. And it says this was a super rough point at Ubisoft Quebec, and they wasted a lot of super talented devs by not trusting them to do the jobs they were hired to do. Now, this is very unfortunate. They said the game actually also had some co-op multiplayer with a world similar to Monster Hunter, and that would have been interesting given the fact that how Monster Hunter is such a big deal right now. In the last 2 years, especially because of the Iceborne expansion even more, Monster Hunter Worlds was just a really just runaway success. So imagine what this could have been in a King Arthur world, single player and even multiplayer. That really would have been interesting, because Ubisoft is really good at making interesting worlds, as long as the engine isn't outdated. Moving on to the next. And so AMD CEO Lisa Su said that the chips for the next gen consoles, they're already been shipping and everything is still planned. So I really want to say that we're going to get our PS5 and our Series X around November time, maybe late October, November, and yeah, maybe like before Black Friday, even after Black Friday. But this is good to hear. This is good to hear. Everything is still, because COVID-19 has slowed almost everything down. Slowed people's lives down. Everybody's home, sitting at home, doing nothing all freaking day. And a lot of game development has slowed down. We haven't really heard anything from Nintendo. And we also, a lot of other things. Halo's multiplayer kind of got delayed. And then we looking at Halo Infinite, and it's just like, I don't know if I really like the way it looks. But at the same time, it's still very early in development, and it's just been slowing. Everybody has to been working from home, so it's with fair. But just glad to really hear the fact that this is actually still coming along very well. Stuff is being shipped, and all of the pieces and all of the chips, because I don't really speak this language here. That's why it's in the appetizers. But all of the chips and all of the special new upgraded systems, the Zen 3, the RDNA 2, all of that, also known as the Big NAV, all shipping very good and coming right along with the schedule. Now, moving on. So we finally got the Xbox games for gold for August. Jeez. It's just funny, okay? Let me just get straight into it. We got Portal Knights, Override Mech City Brawl on the Xbox One, and on the Xbox 360 for backwards compatibility, we have MX Unleashed and Red Faction 2, August 16th. I don't know about this. Now compare these games to PlayStation's new IP, Fall Guys. It's a Battle Royale multiplayer game. Seems cool, right? But then they also got the campaign to Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Would you rather play Modern Warfare 2 and maybe a completely new game that might be fun, or would you rather play Portal Knights? Let me know. Moving on. Well, it appears I was right. Like just maybe an hour or two after my video went up yesterday, it was confirmed. Cuphead officially came out on the PS4. It's just like, all right, it's on the PS4 now. See, I have Cuphead and I bought it on the Switch, and I was actually really hoping for a physical edition of Cuphead. Y'all know how I do, but we never got it. And Cuphead just randomly popped up on the stores over there internationally, but then you woke up yesterday and around maybe 12 o'clock, Cuphead is on the PlayStation Store, available for purchase. And well, I'm wondering how it's doing. I can't wait to hear throughout the rest of the week to see what's going on. But Cuphead is a fun game. Cuphead is a very difficult game. But I'm really hoping that now everybody on every system is basically we can all enjoy it. And I really can't wait to see what my lads and laddies of the PlayStation community is doing with it and how much fun they are having with it. But that is it for the appetizer. Okay, take a sip, wash it down. Let us get into the real meat and potatoes of the video here. And Halo Infinite. Yeah, I'm not sure if I really like this idea. And basically, Halo Infinite will replace traditional sequels. This is what Chris Lee said over at Microsoft, over at 343. He basically said it. Halo Infinite is the start of our platform for the future. We want Infinite to grow over time versus going to those numbered titles and having all that segmentation that we had before. It's really about creating Halo Infinite as the start of the next 10 years for Halo, and then building that as we go with our fans and community. Now, I would want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't remember the last time I was really excited to play an Xbox game. Actually, you know what? It was Sunset Overdrive, a very good game that got swept under the rug, and then also Rise Son of Rome, a very realistic, fun hack and slash game with a very good story that also got swept under the rug because I don't know what was really bad about that game. I'm really starting to think that it's just really biased against Xbox because that game wasn't bad. And then because people crapped all over that game, we haven't really gotten the game to that level since as far as story and everything. That was Xbox really trying. And they got crapped all over, and I'm pretty sure people worked really hard over it. We're going to get the new Hellblade Senua's Saga. Now that game is probably going to be pretty good, but we don't really have anything for Xbox. All we have is Halo, and now they seem to try to Destiny-ify, yeah, I said that, Destiny-ify Halo. And I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that at all because you're getting some Destiny in my Halo, and even though it might not be bad because the makers of Destiny are the original makers of Halo, and Halo 4 and 5, both 343 Industries, they were okay games. Gameplay wise were pretty great. 5 story was all over the place. And 4 I just wasn't even super interested in. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is coming from growing up as a Halo kid. Halo 1 through 3, absolutely loved it. And then we got ODST and Reach and all of that. Amazing games, right? Well, I don't know if I want my Halo to be a Destiny style game. I said, we're making it over the next 10 years. This definitely sounds like a games as a service game. This sounds like, oh, we're gonna keep updating it and this, and I'm like, man, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna wait for it, I wanna hear about it, and I can't wait to see more about it because the game looks fun. The fact that it has split screen co-op, this is really what raises my curiosity because they said it's gonna be building over the next 10 years. If it has split screen co-op, then it's obviously not like Destiny, but they're probably gonna give us gear and all that. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more confusing and the more curious I am, but I don't know if I like the direction that it's going in. But hey, keeping an open mind, and we're gonna see what's going on with that. Now, speaking of Xbox, continually speaking of Xbox, Gabe Newell, you know, the co-founder of Valve, the main guy's face that you always see when it comes to Steam and Valve and Half-Life and all that. Well, he just bluntly said, they said, hey, what do you think is the better console, PS5 or Xbox? He straight up said, Xbox. That's it. He said, I don't have a stake in that race. Obviously, we at Valve do most of our development on personal computers. But of the two, I would definitely go with an Xbox. No reason given, just straight up said, I would choose an Xbox. Now, I do believe the Xbox Series X was a much more powerful console. That's actually just fact, straight up. But in the Xbox Series X, the Xbox One X was better than PS4, excuse me. And the Xbox Series X is the most powerful console, absolutely. But PlayStation has games. People aren't really caring about all of this power and all how great this console is if you don't have any games. And now with one of those games, one of those big games that you have with Halo, you're talking about not annualizing it or making it sequels and stuff like that, you are giving it the Destiny treatment, seemingly. I'm not going to say that, take it with a grain of salt. We'll see more as we get closer. And we'll probably know sometime in August what exactly is going on, or maybe we'll see it again in September, because this game is actually supposed to be setting out at launch. And Gabe Newell said basically Xbox straight up, hey, Xbox controllers, I guess, work the best with PC games. And I'm just really crazy. He said Xbox is better. Maybe he knows something we don't know. And I just want to know what's the love for it. I think the system is powerful, cool, and also he does PC games. It looks like a PC tower, the Xbox Series X. So why not? So I'm very curious to hear more about the story, even though we may or may not. This is a very rare interview with Gabe Newell, but it was good to hear. So let's move on. Now, I always give kudos to Stadia, right? Always give them kudos, because they're literally trying and they're improving step by step. They launched some exclusives, they nailed some deals, and now they're actually getting you to be able to play on 4G and 5G connections, because before you were only able to play over Wi-Fi on your cell phone or through your Google Chromecast Pro, I do believe it's called. But now you have to go in, and to be an experiment, you basically have to go in, click on your avatar and go into your settings and click mobile, and you got to go basically try it. So now it might not be stable or whatever now, but they're letting you know, like, hey, listen, this is kind of a beta without actually saying it's a beta. And hey, look, this is what people wanted from jump, Google, but you are still going back and doing the groundwork and covering everything up. So shout out to Google Stadia. They're still trying, they're still doing the work, and I appreciate that. Now moving on to the final story and back to Halo and back to Dreams, because there was a user, his name is Disarmed Post on Reddit, and he remade some Halo in Dreams, and it looks better than Halo Infinite in my book. Honestly, yes, it looks better. It didn't show a whole lot, but it actually looks much better than Halo Infinite. But then again, Halo Infinite is in early development, and it's going to be a bigger game and stuff like that. This was just a small portion of something a guy created. But you just got to keep giving credit to people, and Dreams. The creation tools in Dreams are just straight astounding. And then you got the imaginations of people who sit there patiently and create in Dreams. This looks amazing, and I want people to continuously do this stuff. It's just, maybe it'll inspire developers, maybe people will get developer jobs. Kudos to everybody in the gaming community. Kudos to everybody in the Dreams community. Seriously. But Lazarlitis, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button if you like this. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Then scroll up to all so you know when your boy is posting. Leave comments down below if you play Dreams, if you've seen any of the creation tools and some of the creations that people have made. Creating Halo in a whole music video in here, straight up amazing. What do you think about Halo Infinite possibly being more like Destiny? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And then this video is finito.